Hello, everybody. Back to Caesar's Palace.
Again.
As always, it's hold on, F5. It's me, arbitrary gamer.
Oh,
Hello,
what?
and oh, I don't know how to control this. Uh, uh, and over there to my back, Brennan6415. As always, how are you
Yep.
doing today, Brennan?
I'm pretty fabulous, actually.
Very nice. As you recall, Caesar's Palace is looking beautiful. I mean, look at from this angle, and like maybe this angle. Just
What did we?
don't look at the back so much because we're not
Yeah,
really.
it's not working out too well, I don't think.
Yeah.
But what did we get done last time? There
Um.
was a time. What did we get done? Oh yeah,
Well.
you worked on the front.
And as you may recall, I the pillars weren't complete last time, and I just took time to kind of complete them
Kind of gives
because
it like a 3D pillar effect, and it like goes back, and it looks pretty cool. So.
yeah, and all I really did is kind of added this little overhang to the whole
Oh yeah,
building,
we got that done.
and I added the pillars, made them look all nice. Just tedious stuff that you guys wouldn't want to watch me
And
do.
then I got lights done up by all the stores that we've got up here, so it was kind of just like necessary, boring stuff.
Yeah. Now, quick flash black. Flashback. We have Brennan's kind of little quick diner here, which is kind of like a takeout. You said, or a
Yeah,
place that you could also sit down and eat.
yeah, either one.
So if you know like McDonald's, you can get like takeout or just kind of sit down and eat it, which is right here. And then this is what Brennan's working on. And then if you come over here, I'm working on like more of a fancier restaurant. That
Might
is
need to make it bigger though.
extremely small. Yeah, I think I might add like like a little
Why?
extension to the side here,
Yeah, I should probably do that.
which would probably work out. Which we'll be doing this episode,
hmm
and we'll
We're gonna be in here most of the time.
and I have the picture up just in case we decide to go to the outside and figure stuff like out. That we have some pretty interesting topics to discuss this time as well that we've been carefully deciding and picking, and I think you guys will enjoy hearing our input on them. So without further ado, Brennan, you're gonna keep working on this, right?
Yeah. Hold
And
on a
every so
second.
often we'll check in on him. I think you need to work on lighting a
I
little
gotta
bit.
go real quick.
Okay. Uh, well, Brennan is temporarily gone for a quick second. We'll take a look here at the pillars, which we did last time at night, and I think they look really good. And I started this little kind of like design like this, and if you step back a little bit, you can kind of see that caved in. I think it gives it kind of a cool effect. And if you kind of turn to the side a little bit and just squint at your screen right now, just squint at it, I think it looks really nice, especially at night. We took a few pictures last time. We have our front entrance. We can look up, and I think it looks really, really nice. It's coming together. I know a lot of you commented on the first episode, especially when we were just doing the outside. Hey, this looks nothing like Caesar's Palace. What are you doing? You're nowhere near what it should look like. This is what it should look like. Well, trust me, guys, when I say that I know how things come together, and I think it's coming together quite well. If you want to look up pictures of the building itself, just look up online Caesar's Palace, and you can kind of see where we're going. We're going to be working on the sides like this, too, going up. And then if you also want to, look up Caesar's Palace and look at the really, really cool topping that's going to be going up here, which we'll probably be doing nearing the end once we fill in the rest of this. We're also planning to do the big, big pool and fountain area out here. And we're also going to be working on the back. We haven't really done much with the back yet. And we're connecting the village over to Caesar's Palace. And you back yet, Brennan?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Back? Okay.
Sorry.
So let's get started in these
So what do you want to do
restaurants.
first? Do you wanna? What should these be? What kind? Like, sure that it's a fancy one, but there's also stuff like you have you have like Oriental. You've got like American cuisine or French cuisine. You know, you got all that stuff. So what like specific kind of place should it be?
Uh, yours you're talking about, right?
Yeah, at least for mine. For yours should probably be like a probably
Exquisite, formal type of.
yeah. Should mine just be like Chinese takeout? Cause that's I don't know.
I'm maybe seeing like not like beefaroo and places that are a nice place to eat,
But are
that are
also
high quality,
fast.
but it's also fast food. Another one
So
of them might be what am I thinking of? Like, uh, Mr. Smith's Olive Garden. That place
oh,
can be takeout or can be restaurant depending on your
all right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
take on it. It's still nice inside and all that, but it's not just like you go in and you get some Chinese food to take home. So
All right, yeah. Trying to make it like a
like
kind of yeah, like a beefaroo, like we said, where it's
Okay.
nice, but you can also get in and out quick.
yeah, that'll be good. If you take a look over here, I'm just designing an exit
Windows. Oh,
exit to go to the second portion of the
oh, okay.
building.
Kind of
which
make it like a
will-
little hallway, so that way you know that it's the extension.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Kind of cool. All right.
And
So
check
you heard
this
about
out.
the Malaysian flight 370 or is it 270?
370.
370. Yeah.
One of the interesting conversations we have planned is debate as to where is Malaysian Flight 370.
And what happened to it?
There's actually a lot of like,
Conspiracy theories.
as well as the fact that when it when it first happened, nobody knew anything except for like
It was
I don't even know
gone.
what they knew. But now
In fact, they didn't even know it was gone. It just kind of like disappeared off the what do you call them? The kind of like the
Radar?
attendants, but they're back at base.
uh
Let's just call them attendants, I guess. But
yeah.
like, it just kind of disappeared. It's really weird.
I remember like watching the news when it like just disappeared and nobody like really even cared about it. They were just like, oh, this is just a plane, it'll show up sometime. But it didn't end up showing sometime.
Kind of
And
reminds
now
me
it's
like
like all over
the-
the news.
kind of reminds me of the whole Amelia Earhart thing and how
Yeah,
she
that's what I kind of thought of.
and she went, but then her plane disappeared and they didn't find anything.
But hers never was really thought to be hijacked as of they are with
Right,
this
because it was a
plane.
one-person plane or a two-person plane.
Yeah, I don't know if
'Cause-
anybody would really hijack that. Nobody really knows what happened to that plane. But
This one, it's possible because it was like a passenger plane, so
yeah,
you gotta have
there's-
someone with an intent of doing something.
yeah, there's a lot of things that could have happened to it.
Some
And
people are like,
It's kind of like a real life play of the TV show Lost. If any of you guys have seen that show,
oh, I can kind of see that.
yeah, plane takes off, vanishes, lands on a mysterious island, and the people at home are like, "What happened to this plane?" And then I'm not gonna explain the rest of the story
Because
unless you
you
want to
can't
hear
really
about
explain Lost without
time-
spoiling.
time-
It's
traveling and all that stuff, and yeah, it's complex and spoiling, and so I'm not gonna go that far because I know I love the show and I don't want to spoil it for anybody else. But if you want to know more about what might have happened to Malaysian 370, then give Lost a try. You know, you can never rule out the fact that it landed on a mysterious island that
with another completely different civilization, and that's all I'm gonna say.
yeah. So
And weird Komodo lizards.
yeah,
Yeah.
smoke
So-
monsters and stuff.
Yeah. I was thinking that's such a dumb monster idea.
Yeah, it is pretty weird, but the TV show itself, I mean, it'd be wrong to not call the TV weird, but yet it's pretty well thought out, so I think it's a good show.
Everything comes back together.
Mm-hmm. In the
Still
end,
get to finish it, but that's what I've heard.
yeah. I've seen it all, and I like cried after. 'Cause it was
I do that
such a good show.
sometimes. Not because like the ending is sad, but you realize that you've just finished a great series.
Yeah, that's Sad. But back to the plane, getting off Lost here.
So they some people are going with the whole Lost idea. I don't know if anyone's actually truly serious about that.
Yeah.
But
uh,
was it your uncle? Didn't you say you were talking to like some member of your family that had an idea?
yeah, it was my uncle, and his idea is that, and this is like, so don't bust on me like, oh, he probably just got that from the news. Like, one of the first days it disappeared. Whoops. He predicted that the plane was hijacked by people instead of everybody else who just thought it was like ran out of fuel, and he also said that that obviously is probably taken by terrorists, just a plan.
Kind of like pulling, kind of like another 9/11, where
Almost.
they're gonna use the plane as a kamikaze sort of thing.
Yeah, what my uncle said is, what if they were like, what if the plane landed, which now we're ruling that as like a really, really probable answer to the thing, in which nobody else thought it was like that. And then we're thinking, what if they're like maybe repainting the plane somewhere else, and then once they have the plane repainted,
Disguising it as like an American airliner.
yeah, and
But
then
the only problem with that is that they can detect the code for it. They'd have to change that too, because they have like there's programming actually inside the planes,
yeah,
and so like I know because my dad works at a place where they do that, and so what they do is they have programs in there, and they can see whether or not it's like a registered plane.
yeah.
So if it's not, then they'll say like you're now entering like U.S. airspace. A refusal to apply I forget the word now, and or like results in your plane being shot down out of American airspace or something like that.
Yeah, and you have to think if they're actually like loading it with a nuke, that'd be a pretty reasonable thing to do. I mean, I would probably shoot it down, because what my uncle theorized is that if they loaded a nuke on the plane and they hit it in the right spot with the nuclear explosion,
They could cause like a chain reaction.
chain reaction.
I'm pretty sure that they don't let any place into that airspace though.
Yeah,
Especially
and
not a commercial one-liner.
if the nuke were to
Commercial liner.
like
airliner.
hit the electrical system, it could like destroy the power grid and
Yeah.
like
They
leave.
could do a lot of things with it.
Yeah, leave us powerless, which would eventually result in like anarchy, and all the food in the fridge would spoil and stuff like that.
Oh, no.
And that would just suck. Come on.
Yeah.
Especially for the people who like just went to the grocery store and bought a bunch of food. So we'd have to live off of that that
Spoiled rotten food.
yeah, we'd have to eat that you remember Civil War days when we got to like try that bread that lasted for like 50 years, and you have to like
Yeah.
suck on it
That's
until it
kinda
got
cool.
soft. Yeah, but I don't know about living on that for like my entire life. It'd be a great time to be like a farmer though. So go back to the old American way of life. Go back to farming, which probably, if you were living on a farm, then there'd be really no alerting for you, because you cook all your crops and stuff like that. You
So-
make all your crops.
I've got here.
Coming.
Whoops.
1 second.
So
Yeah.
I've got, or no, it's not Minecraft, but I've got here a website that says it's a what happened to Flight 370, the leading theories. So
Okay.
internet.
Interested to hear this. So.
There's possible piracy. Some guy named Keith Ledgerwood posted a theory on Tumblr. Oh,
Wait,
mine's Tumblr. I
Did
didn't
you
hear
say
about this.
Heath Ledger, like as in
No,
the
Keith.
Joker, or
Keith
Ledger?
Ledgerwood.
People
Keith
must-
Ledgerwood.
People
Hold on a
must make
second.
fun of his name a lot. So Keith Ledger, yeah. What about Keith Ledger and Brennan? 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 We have lost contact, and we will be back momentarily once we find Brennan. Brennan?